Alright, so yeah. So we are here tonight to remember and celebrate the life of Moofie, Paul Moxner. And he was special to our community, and he made all of us laugh, and he made all of us feel welcome, and he was just a gem of a person. His charisma and positive outlook affected and touched everyone. So, and it's been 9 years since his passing today. So
it feels like ages ago.
It does. Why don't we have a minute of silence, please? Starting now. Thank you. Does anyone have any stories they'd like to share? I know we all have fun moments that we probably remember that were special to us, but does anyone have anything that they would like to share, memories and stuff?
Well, I guess I'll just say, you know, all the things that Malachi said. He made us all feel welcome and had fun. And I always used to get a kick out of him seemingly sneaking playing TF2 while he was at work. I thought that was really hilarious. Yeah. He's a fun guy.
There was one map in particular I always remember we were playing when he kept talking about how boring his day at work was. For the life of me, I can't remember what it is. I could describe you what it looks like, but I have no idea what the name is. I remember one little quip.
Oh, go on, Ash.
Cheers. There's one little thing that's always stuck in my head, and that was a little joke we had, which was him trying to sneak around as a spy, and out of nowhere I bump into something and I set it afire and I kill it, and then I realise, oh, there's a little voice, Australian voice on the mic saying, "Actually, you're meant to drive on the right-hand side of the road." And I realised, no, I don't. I drive on the left-hand side of the road. And it was inevitable I was going to bump into him because he didn't stick to the rules of the road. I don't know why that little moment we had on a server randomly sticks in my head, but it does. Something that comes back to me immediately when I remember Move.
The fondest high school memories I have are me playing a spy and backstabbing him and he's saying, "Oh, you little chimp!" and always brought a smile.
Yeah.
I tried to kill him just to hear that.
I once dominated him. I've been dominated streak 4 days on him. He would like go down the primate alphabet. One chimp handle him.
I guess what I want to say is when I first started playing, his open dialogue, how he made you laugh, make you feel welcome. It's just always so friendly. No, I'm not much were.
I think there were a lot of people that stayed or followed, or it was Moofie. It was how he handled himself, how he carried himself, made people
I
want
can
to
agree with
stay.
I
If
can
I
agree
recall
with that.
correctly, though, he carried himself on his knuckles because
You deserve a medal, Doc.
oh god, let's play Kings of Chaos for old time's sake, Malachi.
Oh boy.
Does that map even exist anymore?
It does.
I'm not sure if I said this last year, but I remember having a conversation with Moofie about he was from a well-off family, and he mentioned feeling guilty that he didn't have to pay as much as he thought he should have, contribute to society. It was a nice sight to see it. I wish more people felt the same way.
He definitely had humility.
Except when he was demo spamming a choke and he taunt you about like, come pick up your spleen. You left it over here.
Oh yeah, then I'd kill him.
Supposedly, he got in trouble several times for being in a conference call and yelling at the people in the conference call accidentally because he was playing TF2 at the same time.
Awesome.
It does not surprise me.
I thought you were going to say he got in trouble for being in a gang. That would also check
You
out.
dirty horse. Oh, sorry.
What was the name of that map we played a lot? Avante?
Yeah, so he said he didn't have favorites, but he seemed to like Avanti, and what was the other one? Castle. We used to play Castle an awful lot. Warpath.
Castle and Warpath were my two.
Yeah.
And he liked the ones where you really needed to really get your shit together and like build those Ubers and teamwork. He seemed to like that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, the 5-point capture maps where you gotta push all the way across. Like Warpath.
What was that one underwater? I vaguely remember.
Oh, with the lack of textures, it was all orange textures.
Orange?
Orange Run?
That sounds right. Oh, who would have known the textures were in the name?
Oh yeah, he liked Orange Run, and that inspired me to make that update to it.
Yeah, that's the one where it doesn't move you up to ahead to closer.
Yeah, there's no
spawn
forward
points,
spawns. It's a huge long 5-point map, and there's no forward spawns, so you have to put down teleporters.
which were heavily targeted.
Yes.
I still haven't forgiven
Yeah.
you for that, Malachi.
Dun dun dun.
Thanks, Doc. Get them. Out.
I always remember the day when we log on the server, on the forum, and like 9 years ago, and I saw that message for the first time. And from his, I think it was his assistant, Elizabeth,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
and I don't really know what hit me, but it's probably one of the saddest moments even to this date, I've had in my life. And I think that says just
Even with
just
2020?
yeah. Even to this day, I think back and I don't know. It really got me. I know he wouldn't want us to talk too much about that anyway, but he'd rather celebrate than be sad, right?
Well, I was just surprised the way he went out. I knew he could wrestle one bear, but wrestling 3 at once was madness.
Yeah. Speaking of his charisma, I believe it was him that made me stay. Well, he seems like one of those people possible to get mad at him for.
Yeah, he definitely had a way, like, people would come on the server and they might cause trouble or start griefing or do whatever, and he had a way of immediately getting them on his side.
Well, yeah, but Team Switch is the command that every admin had.
Dun dun dun. Joke fail.
I also want to say that when Moofie passed, that sort of left a pretty sizable void in my life. You know, it was really awesome to come home from work after a bad day and help start up the server, and Moofie would be there, you know. And until one day he wasn't. So that was pretty sad. And to this date, I think he was probably the closest person in my life that I have lost.
Still wish I had a face to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that kind of would be nice, but at this point, I kind of like not knowing. I like remembering him as how he represented himself.
Ditto.
But top that, Leonhardt, Caprio, you have no spitting.
It wouldn't change how I felt about him. It just it's a missing piece.
It sure is, yeah.
Perhaps we'll see him again.
Only for like bananas.
I think I told this story last year, but I remember like right around 10, 11, noon, somewhere around there in the morning, he would get on TF2 and the server would of course fill up. And you know, I used to think of it as Moofie in the morning because it was like getting up, getting ready, and then TF2, it was TF2 time. Moofie's on. Those were good times.
He's definitely the diplomat extraordinaire. He brings his following when he comes.
Proto Kardashian, you could.
You're all right, Doc.
Proto what?
Sex giant following.
You mean the local zoo?
Well, there was a sex tape involved.
I thought you were referring to Moofie sex tape, so I made a zoo joke.
Yeah, this is one of the first sprays that I made. The first animated sprays was the Moofie horse spray.
Barely remember this one.
Yeah.
Hey, Malachi, random question.
Yeah.
Even though the Necrofix website is gone, do you still have that original post from Bacteria?
Yeah,
I have it.
So supposedly Mammal has a copy of the server, and in fact I've offered to buy him stuff just to put things back up, just to make sure it's around. But he's so pressed for time, and there's obviously other things that are higher priority right now, so, or not obviously, but there's, you know, his family, stuff like that, so.
I know this seems weird. When I was in high school, I had just come home from work when I read that post. Tell you, I've never broke down crying more for someone I never even entire life. I think I only knew him for 3 years. The way his nurse had typed that, it broke my heart, but it was so touching that it was like, as I was reading, it's like I was listening. I don't know, I kind of like want to see again. I wish I'd have made a screenshot.
You can find it. You can find it. There was another random forum somewhere that had a thread called "What Makes You Cry Today," and they, I think, had picked it up, and it is still out there on another forum, and that's actually where I've copied it from. I've got it sat in front of me on my phone.
Oh.
Really?
You can post the, well, you can post the link into chat if you want, and people will be able to pick it up there. It was 4chan. Thanks, Dr. Nick. Appreciate that.
That checks out.
Know the race for you tonight, mister. That'll teach him.
Poor chimp.
Alright. I guess if we're done with that, a quick mention. Let's see. I think last year we mentioned this, but in case anyone wasn't around last year, who was it? Rocky, not Rocky. Rocco and Styrofoam Cuppy. Yes, thanks. Yeah, they both passed away. This was over a year ago now. And
really?
so if you hadn't heard about that, and then more recently, so Apis, I don't know if you guys remember Apis. He lost a brother to coronavirus just a couple months ago, so. And they actually thought he was going to also lose his mom at the same time, but fortunately she pulled through. So.
Going up.
While we're on that subject, one most important thing you can do for this virus, take care of yourself.
Yep.
Strong immune system's your best bet.
Thank you, Runie. Yeah, I wasn't sure if everyone had heard that news or not. So.
I wonder if Moofie had dreams about horses and chimps. 'Cause he must have been thinking and saying that all day long.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but they're not like the work safe sort of dreams.
Actually, I think his brain was more like a Tim Burton movie, like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Elaborate on that a little bit, please.
Really? It kind of feels like Big Fish right now.
Big, care for that movie. I was kind of young when I watched it. Maybe I'll give it another shot.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I have no idea what we're talking
How
about.
we got on the subject, but we did.
Okay.
Would you guys like to play something?
Let's go to Cyberpunk.
Sure.
Fire the first shot.
Unfortunately, Cyberpunk's gonna be off the table.
Aww.
I
You
can.
can't afford to buy us all a $60 game.
I'm up for switching to Avanti, but we do not have a fast download server, unfortunately. And so it's going to take a while to download that map. If you guys are okay with it, we can do that.
Is there anything else that we wanted to say? Because it is late for me.
Yeah, Ashy, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's very late for you, and I appreciate you taking the time. It is good to see you online again.
Everyone again.
Yeah, it is good to see you online.
Yeah, it's cool to see everybody get together and remember somebody super cool.
Yeah, likewise. I miss you all. I really do. It's been way too.
Yeah, Lionheart. It's been a while. So, Avanti or not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not?
Okay, it's gonna take, if you don't have it downloaded already, it's gonna take a little while to download. So with that warning, let me change the map and then we're gonna go.
Take care, everyone.
See you later, Ash.
Good to see you again.
Next year.
Peace out.
Bye.